KnightShield and WizardArrow. These are the first defense and stamina types for the new generation of Beyblade called Beyblade X. And I think that these bays really show off how defense and stamina types should work in Beyblade. And I'll tell you why a little bit later. In this video, I'm going to be unboxing both WizardArrow and KnightShield, and you're probably wondering why I'm not doing one video for each of them like everyone else. And that is because of Multi. Nanairo is the user of both WizardArrow and KnightShield in the manga, and soon to be the anime, I'm sure. It's also the first time we've seen a more main character use two bays at the same time. So it's kind of two sides of the same coin, so I want to show you both of them. Before we move on, hit the like button, hit subscribe to join the Nook Nation, and also go and check out Mall of Toys. They are the best place to pick up the new Beyblade X bays. The launch of Beyblade X has been huge, and Takara Tomy was definitely not ready for it, leading to some kind of weird delays. But still, go and check them out, and they also have a pre-order up for Night Lance, which is the August release. The link is going to be in the description down below, and use code ilinnuc to get 5% off of your first purchase. But moving on to the base, both KnightShield and WizardArrow are starters, so they do come with the new Ripcord launcher, which typically I would say just toss them in the trash, but I really like these. The bit for WizardArrow is ball, and it's definitely kind of unique because typically ball is a defense tip, but for Beyblade X, they've kind of shifted it around a little bit. While I like the tip, pause. While I enjoy the tip, it definitely has its weakness of its lower burst resistance. I mean, compare it to Dran Sword's flat tip. You can see the flat tip is a little bit thicker, so it's gonna have better burst resistance, so kind of risky. For the ratchet, we have 480, meaning it has 4 of these tabs that are popping out, and 80, meaning it's one of the tallest ratchets out right now. It's actually the tallest one right now. And it's a yellow-orange, kind of a suspect color yellow. And then we have the blade, which is WizardArrow, which I've talked about not liking that much. It's just not bad, but its design is definitely more simple than a lot of the other releases. A lot of smooth edges. I do like the wizard in the middle though, and the shape really reminds me of Flash Sagittario or Deep Chaos. And now let's move on to KnightShield. There were a lot of people in the community that were really hyped about how good this Beyblade could be, and I think for the most part, it's pretty good. Once again, it's a starter, so it is going to come with a launcher, but for the bit, we have Needle. This is easily my least favorite Beyblade X tip right now. Because it's sharp and pointy, its stamina is definitely worse than you'd probably expect. But that does kind of make sense because its stamina shouldn't be as good as a stamina type like Wizard. For the ratchet, we have a green 380, and it's very similar to 480 on WizardArrow. It's the exact same height, but it only has 3 prongs instead of 4. And for burst resistance between the two bays, I feel like they're pretty similar. And finally for the blade, we have KnightShield. I really do like the design. I like the edges. I like the shape and how it's round, but not too round. It also has these upward arches on the blade as well, kind of exposing the ratchet, making it kind of a weak spot. I'm not really the biggest fan of the knight face in the middle though. I think it's kind of bland compared to the flaming skull of Hell's Scythe or the wizard of WizardArrow. While that wraps up the unboxing part, I definitely want to talk about Multi from the manga. What's kind of cool about her is that not only does she have multiple bays, she's also one of the first, if not the first, major girl character in Beyblade history. We've had them before, but not really as major, significant main characters. She also has 2 different personas, or at least 2 different costumes, depending on the bay she uses. For WizardArrow, she has more of like a pop star look with cat ears, and then for KnightShield, it's a little bit more regal with like a large top hat. It's definitely a pretty cool gimmick for a Beyblade character, and she also has like 1 million followers on social media. I'm interested to see what they do with her. But now let's move on to the battles, and we'll see how good these bays are. 2, 1. Is that me? Who won? Is that me? You? Slow stamina versus defense. Oh! Slow stamina versus defense. Oh! Oh! Good one. Good hits. Good hits. Oh, that was a good hit. Okay, wow. Stamina type prevails. Very nice. 2, 1. Oh my god! 2, 1. Oh my god! A double burst finish!
No way, bro!
No way, bro! It's a double burst!
That's
crazy, boy! It's a double burst! Dransword versus WizardArrow. Oh! Okay. Oh! Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Dransword. That's a dub. 3, 2, 1. Oh my jeez!
I'm scared for your toes.
Oh! Dude, these battles are crazy.
These are freaking crazy.
Freaking crazy. That Dransword loses that one. Next up, we have Dransword versus KnightShield. Oh! The counterattack. Oh, very nice. That's what's up. Hey. Oh! What?
You put that on video? You're actually pretty cool.
I'm pretty freaking quacked. 3, 2. Oh! So loud. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 3, 2, 1. KnightShield's actually doing pretty good. And goodbye. Dransword just hits like a... That's gonna wrap up the battles. What did you think? I'm pretty surprised with how well these bays did. Starting with WizardArrow, I was pretty critical of this bay beforehand. I even made the whole video talking about how it could be the worst one. And it does have its weak areas. Its burst resistance really isn't that strong compared to other bays, but it is a stamina type. It's kind of how it's supposed to be. Do remember though, in the new Beyblade X rules, stamina finishes are only 1 point, when every other finish is worth 2 or 3. And for KnightShield, it was definitely better in the defense department. It was able to withstand a lot of hits, still bursting sometimes. Its stamina though was pretty bad. And that's because of the dang needle tip. It's definitely my least favorite tip in all of Beyblade X. But that's going to wrap up this video. I'm definitely excited to be getting more of the Beyblade X stuff in, kind of completing my Infinity Stone collection. Hopefully I'll have unboxings of the Battle Pass and the starter set coming soon. But once again, hit that like button, hit subscribe. I really want to hit 300,000 subs, and I'll see you in the next one. Have fun, and bay away.